Hello everyone. Hopefully this isn't so late that it's irrelevant. I am finally getting to open my July Sketchbox Premium Art Supply box of the month, and it's been sitting on my desk for almost 2 weeks because I have been out of the country. And I've got some really exciting things to share when I'm not as jet lagged. So just got home today and I wanted to see what was inside, though I have seen things because, you know, it's hard to avoid it for that long. So we got all of the inside, and I hope you still get something out of hearing my thoughts. Oh, we have some washi tape encroaching. Okay, I think I got it all. We'll move that because it's noisy. Ooh, I see this is a Willow Wolf Siren size 5 round watercolor brush, and ooh, nice color combination, the turquoise and orange, the Sketchbox sticker. This is a very lovely item. It does remind me, I think it was last year, July, that we got a similar box, at least, except it was turquoise, my favorite color. So it'll be interesting to see how different these are. Ooh, it's nice. It's kind of an orange, but it's kind of a matte color. It feels pretty nice. Ooh, yeah, that feels nice too. Different texture, almost like an embossed type of texture there. And of course, inside, nothing too surprising. We have 12 paint boxes, watercolor pans, travel-friendly tin, and oh, look at all the colors. We have a lemon yellow hue, alizarin crimson, permanent rose, sap green, cad red pale, ultramarine, burnt umber, khaki green, pale peach, denim, rainforest green, and smoky. Now, I don't see any real information. It says artist quality watercolors made with high pigment concentration to ensure a high light fast rating. Okay. So I was, like wondering if they're student grade, artist grade. That's saying artist, so we'll have to see. And then what do I have here? Oh, this is the, look at that. It's a beautiful little sketch of a hummingbird, a flower. I should probably open this brochure. This is the Willow Wolf Watercolor Premium Box. If I'm a little out of sorts, I am totally jet lagged, so it's like I get to repeat this day. But this time I'm not on a jet, so should be better this go around. Oh, yes. Okay, so the prompt is hummingbird. That would explain the hummingbird. I also think that because I'm so late to the game here, I might just not do something original, but like, look at this, they gave me something to paint, so maybe we'll do something with that. I think this was supposed to protect my paintbrush. Looks alright though. And we have some watercolor paper. Let me get into it. This feels significantly sturdier than the little drawing. We have Academy Sketchbox. Oh, it's looks like a collaboration with Rockwell. I didn't even realize they made paper. And it's Rockwell Academy. 100% cotton, cold pressed, 12 sheets, 4x6, a great watercolor paper with a cold pressed texture that can stand up to all the water and color you'll throw at it. Permission to throw lots of water? That sounds like that. Lots of other information down here. If you want to take a look at that. I do have some water here. Let me open all of these and get them ready. Okay, boy, do I appreciate that these were not packaged to death and were pretty easy to open. However, it still took me an incredibly long time to get there. Wow. But here they are, and I've spritzed them with a little bit of water. Let's just go right in and swatch on the Rockwell paper. This is the lemon yellow hue. Oh, it's kind of weak to start out with. Put some more water. Maybe we'll give it a chance. I didn't put them well back into there. Oh, by the way, please forgive my sentence structure, my words. I don't know what that was I just said, but I think you get the meaning. It just didn't come out right. Okay. Yeah, the lemon yellow is kind of weak. This alizarin crimson is nice, right next to it. let's go see how they... And it totally takes over if you try to let them play. Yep, very, very weak. I don't know. Does it have any pigment strength at all? Let's see. Okay, lemon yellow, unimpressive. Alizarin crimson's pretty nice. Then we have a permanent rose here. It's pretty, looks pretty much what I would expect. Sap green. I think that I have a Daniel Smith stick of sap green that I use mostly. And wow, this is different. Yep. It's very bright. I would think it's like more spring green, but whatever. The Cad Red Pale looks in the pan, looks like orange. Ooh, and yeah, it looks like a nice red leaning orange on the paper. Let's see what happens if these two guys come together. We might get a nice earth tone. I like that earthy tone, but the yeah, the warmer colors seem to be the powerful ones here, like the red, can't talk. Cad Red Pale. This here is ultramarine. The Cad Red Pale is punching out the sap green. Ultramarine is also cool, and like the trend of these three, it's a little wimpy, but you know what? It does, you can get it on there strong, just slightly. This one's like the weakest, then weak, and just not as weak. Alright, burnt umber. Good thing I have that still. Let's see what, ooh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, it looks like a nice tree bark. And it has good pigment strength there. And then what's next to it? Khaki green. Don't know what to expect there. So let's just see what it looks like. Oh, that's a very nice earthy green. It's like an olive, but even more yellow leaning maybe. I like that. That's like the tree foliage. Here we got the bark, we got the leaves. Then we have a pale peach. And what will this look like? These are kind of the mixture ones. Oh, that's very much a light skin tone, or maybe some blossoms. Kind of looks similar to a Naples yellow, but not yellow enough. Alright, what's next to that? Denim? Are we thinking indigo? I don't know. Let's see. I bet this will be strong. Oh yeah, that's nice. Like somewhere between a Prussian blue and an indigo. That one's gonna be powerful. See what happens when we put it next. Just a tiny bit into the... Oh, that's a nice... Ooh, I kind of like that color. Ooh, yeah. I think I bought a water bottle that was about that color, and a packable tote bag from a resale store that's almost that color on my trip. Okay, Rainforest Green. It looks like it's gonna be... Oh, I was thinking it would be like one of my favorites. It is more like a phthalo-ish, maybe? I don't know. It's got a little more blue than the phthalo green, but yep. And smoky to round out the colors. Oh, that's nice. Similar to like a Payne's Gray. Let's see what happens when we add a little... It's kind of seems to be... No, I was going to say it might be staining, but I do seem to get that washed out. Oh, that makes a very nice gray when you water it down. That's the word. Wow. Let's see what happens when we water this one down. That one I bet is going to be staining. Yeah, so nice colors. Alright, what else do we have here? We cannot take forever. I did see this beautiful little number. It's Iridescent Electric Blue from Daniel Smith. I don't know, these ones, sometimes they like to shoot out when you open it. Let's see. Oh, And, just as I suspected. Oh my. Well, I got a ton in the lid too. Well, and I don't want to glue my tube shut. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that later, because I mean, I knew it and I still wasn't prepared. Oh boy. I hope that's... Well, that's gonna be plenty of glue to work with for sure. And I think I just put it on my face. Great. Oh boy. Here we have, oh yes, it has like a pearlescent, what was this, iridescent? Well, that makes sense. Very pretty little mica maybe in there. Look at that. Oh, that's very, that'll make a nice stylized hummingbird. You can see my water there. It is very dirty now. Quite ugly, in fact. And then finally, I didn't mention this, we have a Winsor & Newton fine liner in 0.5. It looks to be black. I probably have one of these. I do love these. I don't know how many I need though. But they're very, very nice to use. Permanent when they dry. And I don't know, I find that they hold up to my kind of rough treatment a little better. So, like whereas microns, I kind of destroy them. I don't know, their nibs don't last as well. So we have this. Maybe we'll just sketch a little leaf here. Okay, that was, I don't know, less than stellar. And I didn't let it dry. So it's going to bleed a little, but I don't know. That's not that amazing. That's it in the box, and so far I don't mind this brush. Did they say anything about the brush? It says it's synthetic squirrel bristles, so I kind of like that. Maybe I'll just do some painting here with all this lovely blue, and then get this out there to you guys. Nothing amazing this month, but thank you so much for watching as always and supporting the channel. The algorithm really doesn't like me right now, so if you like this at all, hit the like button. Maybe it'll get to some more people, but I don't know, I think the last few things I've put out, it's just, they're not seeming to go anywhere, so feel free to explore the channel and see if you missed anything that you might be interested in. I don't know what to do about it. And this paper is, it doesn't feel like 100% I don't know if it said, does it say? It doesn't really say. So I don't think that it's going to take the water as well as this. This paper did great. I kind of like it. So I'm looking forward to trying those some more with these beautiful colors. And I'll try to be not too crazy with the water on this one. Although I can't promise anything because that's kind of how I roll. Lots of water. Alright, here's some little playing with the color. Obviously this paper can't take as much water as that one, so I might want to try this again on here. But in the sake of time, I don't think I'm going to film that. I did get a really nice pink color mixing the peach and the permanent rose. Really nice. I like that pink color, and then I just got a little bit more of a shade by adding a touch of alizarin crimson to that mix. Played with the olive and a little bit of the rainforest on the leaves, and then I actually liked doing the olive with a touch of the smoke for a deeper shade more. And then for the bird, I mean the hummingbird, yeah. The fine liner is a bit thick to try to line it, especially not with my shaky hands, but I was trying to add some lines, but yeah, you can see. But it's really fun to mix all these colors together, and they make some beautiful colors. A lot of cool supplies that I think I will be able to use over and over. I just didn't have the time this month to really get it out there early. So I hope you enjoy seeing how you swatch out and my thoughts on these supplies. I think it's a great box, and these paints seem pretty good, so I like them. I'll just have to play with them more. I just wish they would give a little bit more information on pigments and stuff like that. But sometimes, yeah, they don't with the collaborations. But a lot of really great high quality supplies. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Did you get this box? Do you like it? And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a creative and wonderful day.